Oh, hello there. Didn't see you come in. I was just reading one of my favorite plays. My name is Devin Casper, and I am a set designer who has worked many times at New Conservatory Theater Center. Now, I have prepared a long, in-depth lecture series about set design. And we're going to get into the nitty-gritty here over the next couple of hours. And, yeah? Okay, I'm being told I have about 3 minutes, so we're going to make this real quick. To give you a little bit of background and a little bit of context for some of the shows that I've worked on, and hopefully you've seen some of them. There's been Dear Harvey, Devil Boys from Beyond, The Paris Letter, Harbor, Cock, Still at Risk, This Bitter Earth, Sons of the Prophet, Buyer and Seller, War Play, Everything That's Beautiful, Cardboard Piano, and most recently The View Upstairs. I wanted to take a few minutes just to describe my process, and specifically the process that I have with working at New Conservatory Theater Center. It all, of course, starts with reading the script. Read it forwards, read it backwards, get into all the text, dig out all the little subtext that you possibly can, and really try to figure out what's at its core. Like, if you can sum up the play in a sentence, or like a jingle, what do you want the audience to walk away with? And it's definitely not me working on this by myself, also with the rest of the design team, and specifically with the director. And we might have slightly different ideas about it, but I want to take the words that the director has and turn that into a visual somehow. And that kind of jumps into the second step, which is turning it into an art experience. I feel that when you go into a theater and you're able to see the set, and if it strikes you, you're going to remember that play better than if it was just a really good script, because the script will eventually you'll start to forget it over time, but you might remember it better if there is a striking visual that really ties into the text of the script. So working hand in hand with the script to create a good, immersive, striking art experience. So a lot of the set designs that I have done have really focused in on like one element. With This Bitter Earth, there was a giant circle that was taken out of this big rake, and just sort of this sort of emptiness, something missing from these characters and that they're searching for. Everything That's Beautiful, with the giant swooping tail, and the play being about fluidity in gender, fluidity in family dynamics, and really just taking the idea of fluid. What does that look like on stage, especially when you need to have your actors walking all over it? Cardboard Piano, you have religious oppression. And what better way to have that than to have a 30-foot upside down cross stabbing the set. So really having these visuals that you don't have to be super duper subtle sometimes, because you want the audience to walk in, know what they're getting into, and what they're also probably going to be able to take away from without giving away the story at the same time. And so it's just sort of a device later for the audience to say, oh yeah, I remember Cardboard Piano because it was the one with the cross, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, and the characters did the thing. Yeah. And then you remember it, and then it sticks with you longer. So as I do that, I just try to get influence from other artists, go to museums, go to art exhibits, go to galleries, even go to thrift shops, just pick up stuff and touch it and tactile, and how can the world around me inform what we're trying to build, and then from there it's just passing it off to the rest of the design team and working as a collective and seeing what works, what doesn't. How have we gone way over budget? How have we made the other designers' lives miserable? How can we balance this out? But starting with a good, strong idea and then going from there. And I hope that you have appreciated some of the work that I've done. I know that not everyone loves it, but I hope that it's stuck with you. There's something that you've taken away from it. Even if you didn't like it, you be like, I really didn't like that one with the giant cross on it. You remember it, which is half the battle right there. So I want to say thank you for going and seeing NCTC shows, for supporting the theater, and I hope you continue to support NCTC. It's a great organization, and they take artists, designers, backstage people like myself, and you really cultivate an environment of learning and growth that is really hard to come by in other places. So support them when you can, see their shows, donate, whatever you can. Really appreciate it, and hope to see you at the theater. All right, bye.